Recording. Hey everyone, I'm Justin, and this is going to be the first video going up on the channel. And I'm here today with Shelby,
Hello.
Ashlyn,
Yo, pretty nice to be, on here today.
Maddie,
What's poppin'?
and Isabel.
Hello.
And please ignore all the background noise of the rude people talking on one of our mics. I don't know who it is. But please, forgive that. We're not professionals here. So anyways,
Not yet.
today we're playing Doki-Doki Literature Club. This is the first episode, so let's get into it. Starting a new game. What do we want to be called, guys? Or what?
Tanuki.
So there's a Tamuki. Huh?
Tanaki.
Tanaki?
Tamaki, not Tanuki. No!
Tanakanaki?
Tamaki. You're just doing this on purpose now. No.
Tanaki Naki Naki?
Oh, exotic.
No. No.
Ta-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, we really need to cover up that background noise.
But anyways, in all seriousness, what do I want to be?
Sebastian.
Sebastian? That works.
Sunny.
Yes. Sebastian.
Yeah.
Is that how you spell Sebastian? I can't spell.
Yeah.
No.
No?
It's not?
How do you spell Sebastian?
I don't know either,
No
but I
clue.
know that's not how that's spelled.
Hold on.
Yeah, no. T-N.
S
S before the T.
You put an S after the A.
Oh,
For the first A.
Sebastian.
That looks right.
Sebastian.
real quick.
go.
Looks right.
Hold on.
Writer.
It may look right, but let's double check it.
Let's double check just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how you spell Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Into it. Let's get into it. Who wants to be this person? Because I'm guessing that's not me, seeing as it doesn't have our name on it.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Hey.
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
Ha ha ha. I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because
Maybe.
Maybe because I only decided to stop and wait for you.
And you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Sebastian.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Sebastian, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about, Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content with just being on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relate to her. I guess I'm seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello.
Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Mimi.
Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only does it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, but generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Who wants to be this person?
I'll go.
Okay.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, Sayori always says nice things about you.
This one?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Then the last one?
Sure. Ah, Sebastian, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ...
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
Hmm.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name was apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Sebastian.
Monica smiles sweetly, at a 45-degree angle. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Sebastian. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
And how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one more space to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa.
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sarah grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing's sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
Keep a whole set of tea in... Oh, dang it.
You keep a whole set of tea... You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess?
Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're trying to impress you.
That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean that,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you dedicated to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know,
There's that 45-degree angle again.
to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major club. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah,
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with all their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Sebastian, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Oh, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
You know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep I can't speak. Physiological elements
That's
usually
psychological.
immerse me. Son of a... I can't read.
No, also,
Psychological
no swearing. YouTube algorithm.
Said son of a... I didn't say the last one.
I know. Just trying to help you guys remember.
Let's restart that. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. for someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I just.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. Usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were writing on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Ah, not very confident writer yet. Yeah. Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have any writing? Right? It's contagious. Do you have writing?
That again?
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough for her.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Sebastian?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejective eyes. But.
I'm sorry, I thought.
Sebastian,
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
How does that 45-degree angle even work?
It's anime, man.
Thanks, I guess?
Okay, everyone. With that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Sebastian, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Sebastian, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day of school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make most effort, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Dun dun dun.
Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay,
Right.
so who's our
We're
favorite
going
club
after
member?
this one.
Who's our favorite club member?
Well, what does everybody else think?
I don't know.
Yuri's got a big rack.
We're going
What
with
did she
that?
just say?
Alright.
What was that?
Big rack.
Oh god, I guess we're going with Yuri.
I'm fine with that.
Is that an agreed upon?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, it's an agreed upon statement.
Okay. So then, we know she's timid, she's mature, and she likes, horror
And she likes fantasy worlds.
and fantasy
And
worlds.
she likes being realistic.
And realistic. So then, our choices for this page, because apparently there's 20, are shiny, hopeless, pout, cry, whistle, explode, play, childhood, judgment, climax. What do you guys think? Because I think hopeless is the one for this level.
I was gonna say judgment.
I was gonna say judgment or climax.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, judgment or cry.
So judgment's the highest amount, so let's go with that. Hey, it was her.
Hey, it worked.
So, page 2. Nature extraordinary, cheer, passion, journey, defeat, essence, anime, pink, promise.
Journey.
Journey?
That would be defeat.
Journey or
Isn't it?
passion?
Your defeat, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's go with journey. Yay!
Oh, you got it.
2 for 2. Let's keep going. Skipping, fluffy, hair, calm, contamination, insight, beauty, lollipop, laugh, color.
Insight.
Insight, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
insight? Hey, it was her. 3 for 3. Let's keep it up. Raindrops, ending, pain, Doki-Doki. Flying, sweet, pure, misery, grief, unrequited.
I want to pick Doki-Doki just because it's in the title.
We can do that. Probably end our thing with...
Yeah, it would probably end the streak.
I would think-
Misery, maybe?
misery or
I'm thinking
pain.
like,
One of those
so I
two.
was thinking misery.
Or grief. Grief, misery, or pain. One of those 3.
Misery.
Mm,
Like me every day.
I'd say misery.
Misery is a horror movie.
misery.
Also, time to blaze it. So, misery?
Yeah, misery.
Misery.
Shoot.
Oh.
Now that's surprising, too.
Oh.
Covet, ribbon, vibrant, friends, disaster, fear, together, melody, incapable, warm. I have a feeling it's gonna be fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe? Or disaster.
Let's go with fear. What?
Oh, really? How?
I don't know. Playground, happiness, mouse, hope, skirt, memories, rainbow, romance, dance, marriage.
There's real no
Hope.
depressing words in this.
Hope.
Yeah.
Or-
I think it's hope. How?
Anxiety, parfait, variance, extreme, fun, milk, ocean, sparkle, vacation, portrait.
Anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety.
Vacation.
Anxiety.
Hey!
There we go.
Vanilla,
We're back on
awesome.
track.
Vertigo, peace, agonizing, eternity, infinite, anger, frightening, and analysis.
Agonizing?
I think it's anger or agonizing.
I think it's agonizing or frightening.
Agonizing.
Frightening?
Ooh, there we go.
Frightening, maybe because of horror.
So, is the
Yeah.
census frightening?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey!
Hey.
Poof, sunny, prayer, whirlwind, rain cloud, strawberry, melancholy, fireflies, bed, vitality.
I think vitality.
Vitality?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the local census? Okay. Yep. Bouncy,
Hey.
effluent, swimsuit. Sugar, waterfall, charm, bliss, cheeks, lucky, broken.
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 Like me.
Nope.
What?
Same.
What? Starscape, atone, secretive, heaven set, special, disown, uncanny, whisper, fireworks, hop.
Whisper.
Disown.
I think it would be disown or whisper.
I think it would be disown, wouldn't it?
I'm thinking disown too.
So that's 3 for disown. Let's go with disown. Yep.
Hey.
Heartbeat, aura, kawaii, unstable, amazing, sing, incongruent, scars, nibble, headphone.
Aura?
I'd say unstable.
Feather, smile, landscape, joy, philosophy, depression, crimson, lipstick, clouds, clumsy.
Crimson.
Depression.
So we've basically got it.
Depression.
So 2 for depression.
Depression.
Okay.
Depression.
Nope.
Really?
Inferno, dream, adventure, excitement, breathe, cute, ambient, captive, forgive, universe.
Captive?
I'd say inferno.
So there's 1 for captive, 1 for inferno.
Mm,
Let's do it.
Is that another 1 for captive?
sure.
Okay, so 2 for captive, 1 for inferno. Maddie, what's your input?
Oh, I said captive.
Captive? Let's go with captive. Yep. Destiny, flower, alone, pleasure, spinning, daydream, imagination, fickle, family, vivacious.
Sure.
I think it's either fickle or vivacious.
I'm thinking vivacious.
Vivacious?
Or
Okay, let's go with that. Yep. Tenacious,
Got it.
games, sunset, vivid, disoriented, socks, peaceful, misfortune, heart, loud.
Misfortune.
Misfortune or disoriented.
Let's go with
No
misfortune.
misfortune.
Misfortune? Let's go. Nope.
Really?
Lust, disarray, determination, embrace, wrath, giggle, jumpy, puppy, nightgown, hurt.
Bust.
Let's say either wrath or disarray.
I would think it would be disarray.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's go with disarray. Yep. Shopping, massacre, infallible, cage, horror, question, kitty, summer, flea, treasure. I think it's gonna be
Obviously
horror.
Yeah.
Yep, that hit both of them.
Oh, it was both of them.
Hi again, Sebastian. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thank you for keeping your promise, Sebastian. Ooh, this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is a literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Sebastian always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room.
Dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Sebastian can become good friends too.
Sayori?
Hmm? ...
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious of the weird situation she just put me into.
Hey, can we pause this?
Okay? Oh. Actually, this is going to be the end of episode 1 right here. Probably should have ended it back at the end of the thing. But this is going to be a decent enough area to end it. So, we're going to see you again in episode 2. So, see y'all next time. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.